When people think about Jesus, many imagine a man who offered salvation for humanity's sins. But what is less known is that Jesus also left behind a series of life-changing lessons. In fact, during his 3 years of public ministry, he taught extensively about the nature of God, the kingdom of heaven, prayer, faith, love, and other essential aspects of human existence. Moreover, Jesus did not teach merely as an intellectual. Instead, he emphasized putting his teachings into practice. He was a doer of the word, and those who followed him closely had the privilege of witnessing his actions demonstrating his teachings. Today, we will discuss some of the most important teachings from Jesus that we can apply to our daily lives. And before we continue, if you are new here and you want to grow spiritually, please consider subscribing. Forgiveness. Forgiving others is one of the hardest things to do, especially when we feel deeply hurt or wronged. However, Jesus taught us to love our enemies and forgive them even when they don't deserve it. In Matthew 5:44 he said, "But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." When someone wrongs us, we have the option of holding on to our anger and resentment, or letting go and forgiving them. Holding on to anger will only hurt us more, because anger and hate are like fire and water. You cannot hold a cup of water with a burning candle inside. In Luke chapter 17, verses 3-4, a group of disciples asked Jesus to teach them how to pray, and Jesus gave them the Lord's Prayer as an example. In this prayer, Jesus taught us to ask God for forgiveness in the same way that he forgives us. So the first step to effective prayer is to ask God for forgiveness for any wrong we may have done against others. This could include saying sorry directly to the person we have offended, or making amends for the hurt we have caused them. By taking responsibility for our mistakes and showing genuine remorse, we can begin to heal the relationship between ourselves and God, and eventually with others. Selflessness. Selflessness is an important value that we should all strive to practice in our daily lives. It means putting the needs and well-being of others before our own, and showing compassion and generosity towards those around us. Jesus was the ultimate example of selflessness. He dedicated his life to serving others and showed us what it means to be truly selfless. In John chapter 13, verse 34, Jesus said, "A new commandment I give you, that you love one another. As I have loved you, that you also love one another." Jesus taught us that we should love one another as he loved us. He showed us that this kind of love is selfless, unconditional, and all-encompassing. It means putting the needs of others before our own, and being willing to make sacrifices for their well-being. Contentment. Contentment is a state of mind where we are satisfied with what we have and do not constantly feel the need to acquire more. It is a virtue that Jesus often spoke about, and he taught us that contentment is more important than material wealth. In Matthew 10:6-25, Jesus said, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothes?" These words from Jesus remind us not to fixate on material possessions as they are not essential for happiness. Instead, we should focus on our relationship with God and trust in his plan for us. We must recognize that true contentment comes from within and is not dependent on external circumstances. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, Jesus said, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and praise your Father in heaven." This passage highlights the importance of living a life that reflects our values and beliefs. By living according to our principles, we become role models for others and can positively impact the world around us. It encourages us to be proactive in sharing our faith and living a life that is a testament to our beliefs. Love. Love is one of the most fundamental teachings of Jesus. He taught us to love God with all our heart, soul and mind, and to love our neighbours as ourselves. In John chapter 15 verses 9 to 10, Jesus said, "As I have loved you, you must love one another. By this, all men will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." Jesus emphasized the importance of loving one another as a way to demonstrate our faith in Him. He taught us to extend love beyond our immediate family and friends, and to embrace all people, regardless of their background or beliefs. This passage reminds us to show love to everyone we encounter, and to treat them with kindness and respect. By doing so, we become ambassadors of Jesus Christ and share the message of His love with the world. Prayer. Prayer is a direct line of communication between us and God. It allows us to connect with Him and receive His guidance, comfort, and strength. Jesus frequently prayed, and He taught His disciples the importance of maintaining a personal relationship with the Father through prayer. In Matthew 7:7, Jesus said, "Ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened to you." This passage encourages us to approach God confidently and request whatever we need. It assures us that if we seek God diligently, He will help us find what we are looking for. Moreover, it reminds us that persistence in prayer is crucial, and that God will answer our prayers in His own time. Humility. Humility is a quality of being humble and recognizing our own limitations and imperfections. Jesus taught us to be humble and reminded us that those who humble themselves will be exalted. In Matthew 23:12, Jesus said, "For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted." This teaching from Jesus challenges us to approach others with humility and to recognize that true greatness comes from serving others and putting their needs before our own. It also reminds us that pride and arrogance are detrimental to our spiritual growth and relationships with others. Hope. Hope is an essential aspect of our faith in Jesus Christ. It gives us the strength to endure difficult times and the confidence to trust in God's plan for our lives. In Matthew 5:4, Jesus said, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." This passage offers comfort to those who are grieving or facing challenging situations. It assures us that God sees our pain and suffering, and that He will provide solace and support when we turn to Him in prayer. Jesus' teachings on hope encourage us to trust in God's promises and believe that He will guide us through difficult times. These teachings from Jesus offer us valuable insights into how to live our lives in a way that honors God and brings us closer to Him. By following these teachings, we can strive to be more loving, compassionate and selfless individuals and live lives that are pleasing to God. May these words inspire you to live a life that reflects the teachings of Jesus Christ and brings glory to God. As we conclude this video, we invite you to share your thoughts on the teachings of Jesus Christ and how they have impacted your life. Your comments may inspire and uplift others in their spiritual journey. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on our latest videos. May the peace and blessings of Jesus Christ be with you always.